Breakfast Club, bitches.
You're a donkey.
Yes, donkey of the day for Thursday, November 18th goes to the killers of Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., a.k.a. Young Dolph. If you haven't heard, Young Dolph was shot and killed yesterday while inside Makita's Homemade Cookies, a bakery in Memphis that he frequented on the regular. I don't even know what to say, man. Condolences to Young Dolph and his family. Definitely sending y'all healing energy. And the reason I don't know what to say, because anything I could say would sound like an absolute rerun. All right, this is the norm in so many of our communities. Notice I didn't say normal, because nothing about this will ever be normal. Just because something is the norm, meaning it happens, frequently or is common, doesn't mean it's normal. And the senseless murders of brothers and sisters will never be normal. Okay, I read this morning that Memphis has seen 275 murders this year alone. 275 murders. I'm sure all for various reasons, but I bet if we were to go through most of them, we would all be saying to ourselves, why? For what? Did that have to lead to that person losing their life? Huh? Does that have to lead to a child losing his father, a mother losing their son, an uncle and aunt losing their nephew, a community losing an inspiration for no damn reason other than jealousy, envy, ego, and hate? I know we throw those words around in situations like this, but it's true. Okay, people project the pain they are going through onto others. We say hurt people, and no truer words can be spoken. Do you know how hurt and broken you have to be to pull up to a bakery in broad daylight and kill a man simply because that's how you were feeling at the time? What is going on with you internally that gets you to that point? What rage are you experiencing on the inside that gets you to that point? What unhealed trauma do you have in you that gets you to that point? I don't know. Okay, but this is why I be stressing folks to go do the work on themselves, because we walk around projecting all day long and bleeding on people who didn't even cut us. I can hear some of y'all now. Charlamagne, you don't know nothing about the streets of Memphis. You don't know about the street politics in Memphis. Guess what? You're right. Okay? Some of y'all have probably rationalized in your mind that there was a perfectly valid reason that Dolph is no longer with us. And that is where we will always disagree, because unless a person is a threat to my life or someone's life I love, I have no valid reason to take that person's life. Simple as that for me. I told y'all earlier, yesterday, I was talking to the good brother, Swiss Beats. Dropping the clues bombs for Swiss Beats. Was talking to him yesterday morning, okay? This was before the Young Dolph situation happened, and we were talking about different things. And he said something that stuck with me, man. We were talking about how being black, especially being black and of hip-hop culture in America, is a group project. That's what Swiss said. Swiss said when you're black in America, it's a group project. We don't get graded as individuals. We get graded as a group. Okay, when one of us gets an opportunity and messes it up, it reflects on us as a whole. When one of us gets an opportunity and flourishes, it helps us as a whole. I've seen it happen a million times, especially in this business. Issa Rae succeeds, she opens the door for so many other black women. Jay-Z succeeds, he opens the door for so many other black men. They grade us as a group, not as individuals. Is that fair? Of course not. But it's the reality of the situation. And whether we realize it or not, yesterday, once again, we failed as a group. We failed collectively as a culture, because we are going to act like we haven't made trauma culture. What you saw yesterday was a societal problem. Okay, this is what happens when people don't have better things to do. This is what happens when, proper investments haven't been made in certain communities. All right, we can go on and on about how the root causes of crime are inequality, the lack of support to families and neighborhoods, inaccessibility to services. Like, we act like violent crime is a complex issue. Okay, it's not. Lack of education, rupture of family structure, generational poverty, boom. Nine times out of 10, you're going to get someone who has zero self-worth when they come from those conditions, and zero love for themselves. And if I lack self-worth and love of myself, what the hell I care about you for? All right, you around here shining, driving your fancy cars, jewelry on. Man, some people will kill you. Not just because they are jealous and envious, but they will kill you because of the way other people love you. They don't want to hear about what you're doing in the community. Imagine buying your local church some robes for the choir, and then one of these dudes' grandmas is bragging, to the family, to their grandson about how you bought robes for the choir. That grandson wants grandma to talk about him like that. So now he's mad at you and wants to kill you simply because he craves the love and admiration that you receive simply for doing good deeds and providing for your community. Hunger makes a thief are killer of any man. I repeat, hunger makes a thief or killer of any man. But sometimes you're not just hungry for money or resources. Sometimes these brothers are hungry for love. They are hungry for self-worth. They are hungry for healing. And they often get it way too late. They often get it after they've committed a crime like this and they sitting in prison for 100 years. But at that point, it's pretty much too late. We need you getting that healing while you outside so you can go influence others to heal. And right now, it just feels like I'm repeating myself. It always feels like this when situations like this happen. The players change, scenarios change, but the energy of unhealed trauma remains the same. A black man can't go buy cookies. Cookies? I would never understand why we cut our nose off to spite our faces. A brother who does so much in the community, helped so many people, shot and killed for what? It's like we're taking out the same people who were sent to help us. Okay, I know I've said that a million times, all right? Dolph didn't have to be in Memphis anymore. He chose to be. Chose to frequent local businesses like Makita's. Chose to have his presence in the city because he wanted to show people another way. And once again, here we are asking the question, do we give back and don't go back? That seems to be the safest bet because young Dolph is deceased simply because he loved his city and chose to be there. Think about that. He's dead simply for showing love. And you wonder why so many people choose to love their communities from a distance. You wonder why they choose to give back but don't go back. I personally will never understand it. Whoever killed young Dolph, you ruined the whole legacy. Took out a brother that was being a generational curse breaker, all because your generational curses got the best of you. Please give the individuals who killed young Dolph the biggest hee-haw.
All right.
And if you know who killed young Dolph, you should absolutely say something. Don't subscribe to that no snitching nonsense. That's a generational curse we need to break because it's not snitching if you're a civilian who knows something. Because trust and believe, the person or persons who killed young Dolph, if you can kill somebody in broad daylight while they're buying cookies, those people or that person doesn't give a damn about you or anyone you love. If you don't get that type of element off the street, you or somebody you love could be next. The cycle will continue if you don't break it. So call Crime Stoppers, damn it. 901-528-2274, 901-528-2274. You got to get that type of element off the street, man. And we have to stop acting like we haven't made trauma culture. Because we absolutely positively have. We glorify all the wrong things. We celebrate all the wrong things and then wonder why things like this happen. Donkey Today is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.